Early morning sunlight shines across thousands of acres of oak trees. The new owner arrives to inspect his beautiful forest. He feels proud of finally purchasing his dream property. Everything seems peaceful. The owner walks deeper into his property. He observes valuable oak timber throughout the forest. The atmosphere is peaceful and majestic. He begins planning sustainable logging operations. Workers begin surveying the forest. Sustainable logging plans are discussed. Heavy machinery arrives at the designated work area. Everything is proceeding legally and professionally. The owner receives unexpected paperwork from the HOA. He is confused by their strange claims. The documents mention Firewood rights. He cannot believe what he is reading. HOA Karen arrives with board members. She confidently claims the HOA owns all fallen oak logs. Workers stop and look in confusion. Tension begins to build. HOA Karen demands access to the owner's property. She claims generations of HOA residents deserve free firewood. The owner calmly refuses. Workers quietly observe the argument. HOA Karen tears apart copies of property documents. She insists the HOA will take the timber regardless. The owner remains calm. He warns her that property rights matter. The owner contacts his attorney. He begins reviewing federal land records. Historical property documents reveal important information. The truth starts coming to light. Attorneys discover the HOA has no legal rights to the timber. The owner decides to pursue legal action. Federal property laws strongly support his ownership. He prepares his case carefully. The owner files his federal lawsuit. The HOA refuses to back down. Local news begins covering the dispute. The courtroom battle officially begins. The HOA board immediately schedules an emergency meeting. Karen confidently tells the board that the forest owner will surrender. Several members appear concerned after hearing about the federal lawsuit. The room becomes tense as legal expenses are discussed. The forest owner meets with his legal team. They begin reviewing thousands of pages of land ownership records. Historical deeds dating back decades are carefully examined. His attorneys are confident about the case. Surveyors are hired to inspect the entire property. They confirm the legal boundaries of the 4,100-acre oak forest. Every acre is properly documented. The owner feels reassured by the findings. The legal team discovers there has never been any recorded HOA firewood agreement. Federal records completely support the owner's claim. The evidence continues to strengthen. The case becomes even more one-sided. Karen attempts to convince local residents that the forest historically belonged to the community. Several residents question her claims. Rumors begin spreading throughout the neighborhood. Public opinion starts shifting. Forestry experts are brought in by the owner's legal team. They estimate the significant value of the oak timber. Sustainable forestry practices are discussed. Professional reports are prepared for court. The HOA hires his own attorney. After reviewing the documents, he appears concerned. He warns the board that federal property disputes are extremely serious. Karen refuses to listen. Workers continue legal logging operations throughout the forest. Every activity is fully documented for court. Timber inspections are conducted professionally. Business continues without interruption. Karen demands access to the logging reports. The owner politely declines and refers her to his attorneys. Her frustration becomes increasingly obvious. She realizes the situation is slipping out of her control. Attorneys uncover land purchase documents from over 100 years ago. The original deed contains no HOA rights whatsoever. The courtroom strategy becomes clear. The owner smiles after hearing the news. Expert witnesses prepare their testimony for federal court. They explain timber rights and private property laws. Their reports are thorough and professional. The owner's confidence continues to grow. Local newspapers begin reporting on the unusual HOA dispute. The story gains significant public attention. Many people support the property owner's position. Karen becomes increasingly uncomfortable with the publicity. The owner's attorneys organize decades of evidence into courtroom exhibits. Federal land records are carefully prepared. Every document supports private ownership. The legal team is fully prepared for trial. One on the eve of the federal court hearing. The owner walks peacefully through his oak forest. He reflects on the importance of protecting property rights. He remains calm and confident about the upcoming proceedings. Tomorrow, the truth will finally be heard in court. Federal court proceedings officially begin early in the morning. Lawyers, reporters, and spectators gather outside the courthouse. The forest owner arrives calmly with his legal team. The HOA board members appear nervous as cameras capture the moment. The judge opens a hearing and reviews the initial case documents. Both legal teams present their opening statements. The courtroom remains silent as the property dispute is explained. Everyone realizes this case is more significant than they expected. The owner's attorney presents the original land deed dating back over a century. Historical ownership records are displayed before the court. The judge carefully examines every document. The evidence immediately strengthens the owner's position. Forestry experts testify regarding timber ownership laws and sustainable forest management. They explain that private timber rights belong exclusively to the landowner. Their testimony is clear and professionally documented. The courtroom listens attentively. HOA Karen confidently insists that residents have traditional access rights to the fallen oak logs. The judge asks for legal documentation supporting her claim. She struggles to provide any official records. The atmosphere in the courtroom begins to shift. Federal land survey maps are projected onto large courtroom screens. The property boundaries clearly exclude the HOA from the forest. Several HOA board members exchange worried looks. The owner's attorneys remain confident. The judge questions the HOA's attorney regarding the alleged Firewood rights agreement. After reviewing the documents, the attorney admits no written agreement exists. The courtroom becomes noticeably quiet. Karen's legal argument continues to weaken. During a short recess, the forest owner quietly steps outside the courthouse. He reflects on the overwhelming evidence presented so far. His legal team assures him that the case is progressing exceptionally well.